Hi YouTube. I haven't uploaded in quite some time, so that it would be a pretty good time to come back, especially because we just ended Wano, and these past few chapters I feel haven't had much significance to kind of dissect. It's been pretty simple for the most part. We just saw Straw Hats getting ready to leave Wano. Obviously there was the whole thing, but every other YouTuber has covered it at this point, so I don't really want to go over it. Uh, so I'm gonna go over 1058 because I have nothing else to do, and also Chainsaw Man chapters soon, maybe, I don't know. The Denji showed up. I was predicting in the next few chapters, so I kind of got that right, but I'm not gonna say so because I don't remember exactly what I said. So I might have got it off. Maybe I said like 3, but it was like 5. I don't know. So let's talk about 1058 because it was a pretty interesting chapter. We got bounty reveals. It's pretty cool. Sanji's not or Sanji's below Zoro now, which is fitting because Zoro's better. However, I don't agree with him being below Jinbei. I still think he should have a higher bounty than Jinbei. I think Jinbei should have been 1 billion exact. It just fits better. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but whatever. The boy Chopper got his bounty raised from 100 to 1,000 finally. Well deserved. Just personally. Robin got her bounty raised quite significantly. That was pretty surprising. I remember hearing people talk about how her bounty's gonna get kind of skyrocketed, and it did. It's almost 1 billion. I think that means we're gonna, at end of story, we're gonna see her hit over 1 billion. So, yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. But the main focus of this chapter wasn't actually Straw Hats. It was the Cross Guild, which I didn't mention in my 1055. I don't remember if they had it. I think they got introduced in 1055. It might have been 1056, but I don't remember. So they're a pretty big organization in the grand scheme of things, putting bounties on Marines, also having two extremely strong characters in it. Well, we're not mentioning Buggy because Buggy is just kind of the chairsman for the group, even though I think he's kind of well deserved that Buggy gets the help, or not the helmsman, the Emperor spotlight, since that's kind of his deserving role. He can't really do much except for talk, and when he does, he's a really good leader. We remember this from Marineford and Impel Down and all of that. Anyway, like I was saying earlier, most of this chapter focuses on the Cross Guild and how they were formed. Something I've seen people mention is that Buggy owes a debt to Crocodile. I might have missed something in Impel Down, maybe, but I want to know what this is. Maybe I'm just stupid. You tell me in the comments if I am stupid, please do. But Crocodile shows up and takes out the Marines that are attacking Buggy because the warlords were disbanded, and at some point in time before this, Crocodile had already formed the Cross Guild with Mihawk, and he kind of showed up to have Buggy join as kind of like representative because of his kind of fame of being on the Roger Pirates and just kind of everything that's happened. He's also an ex-warlord kind of like Crocodile, but he's also just like so much more representable with every other. He's fought the Straw Hats. He's because with Rogers, he knows Shanks. That's kind of a lot of stuff, and it's really good to have that on your crew to push out like a fear, kind of. Especially because the world government isn't too sure on how strong he is, since they never actually got to see him fight. They don't know that he's more of a goofy character. Anyway, anyways, I'm gonna get to the big part of this. Mihawk is we're getting kind of more character like development for Mihawk. Before this, we really never got to see him. We saw him get cocky fighting Zoro, and we saw him talking to Perona, but he was very a stale character. He was simple. He was like edgy, cool. But in this chapter, he kind of shows. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Kind of jealousy for not being not getting the Yonko treatment that he deserves. I don't know if that's what but he seemed at least jealous or like resentful towards Buggy for getting the chairman seat until he talked to Crocodile about it. I think Crocodile also was, but I don't think even if Crocodile was part of it, even if they ended up putting with the lead of the Cross Guard, I still don't think they would have had him as the Yonko of the crew, just because he's not, they know him. He's not very. I mean, he broke kind of Impel Down, but yeah, but they kind of know him. The world government knows he got beat by Luffy a while back, like pre-time skip. So I don't think they would assume he was as strong. Anyways, I'm really excited because now we're actually going to see Mihawk make moves, stuff like that. Also, Buggy has his own island. I don't know if we got to see its name at some point, but I don't remember. I have been reading the chapters very quickly, except for this one, because this one was very interesting. But these last few chapters have been cool, but I don't remember if we got a name for it. But it is its own island. It's like a circus. It looked pretty cool actually. That's also where Crocodile and Mihawk with their like little bands, or I guess Crocodile's band because Mihawk works alone. Also, Marine Hunter with a 3.5 billion berry bounty. It's pretty high, especially because he's one of the first people we've seen who actually has a higher bounty than the person who is in the captain role of their little guild. I just wanted to mention that. Also, Daz Bones, Mr. One, I believe. Alabasta is still with Crocodile. We saw him in this chapter, along with people like Alvida and all of them. Also, we haven't actually got to see any of them fight post time skip, so we don't know if someone like Buggy or Alvida or Daz Bones or even Crocodile has hockey. I would assume Crocodile at the least has hockey because it's Crocodile and he has a 2 billion berry bounty. He needs hockey. He has a good devil fruit, but he also needs hockey to be able to combat with all those people, especially to kind of be on terms with me. I guess they did clash in Marineford, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Okay, this is gonna also quickly lead me into a little rant of Mihawk versus Shanks, because in one of these panels it says that Mihawk has his bounty because he is strong and his swordsmanship is greater than that of the red hair pirate, and that's obviously Shanks, unless for some reason they're talking about Kid, because Kid uses real gun or just metal. He doesn't use swords, particularly when we've seen Shanks use Griffin, Wizard, sorry. We've seen Shanks actually use a sword to fight, so it is most likely Shanks, unless for some reason next time we see Kid, he's wielding a sword for some reason. But we know they used to clash, and it was like insane clashes, like almost on the level of Roger and Whitebeard. Obviously below it because those were the two greatest pirates of all time at the moment. But yeah. But it kind of brings up the debate who is stronger, because now we kind of. Mihawk was without a crew, and he's called the Marine Hunter, and he has a 3.5 billion berry bounty, versus Shanks with 4 billion with a crew and territories, and he's a Yonko. So I don't know. Also, remember God, I'm sorry, I'm tired. Bounties don't equal strength. They're how much of the danger they are to the world government. Therefore, Mihawk is less dangerous because he doesn't have as much stuff to back him up. I mean, all he's got really is Crocodile as a backup and strong fighter at hand, because he's working with kind of Buggy's crew, and Crocodile's crew is kind of mediocre. Unless Daz Bones got stronger, you never know. Actually, now that I think about it, Daz Bones with hockey would be pretty broken. It'd be actually pretty cool to see him clash with Zoro again at some point. Maybe I'm just crazy though. Zoro would probably destroy him, but it'd still be cool to see Daz Bones use hockey. Maybe turning himself into a Black Blade? Oh, that's a theory. Black Blade Daz Bones. He infused hockey into himself. But like he can, I don't know. I'm going crazy. This video's getting kind of long, so I'm gonna try and start wrapping it up. At the end of the chapter, we get to see the revolutionaries kind of freaking out over what's happening, and at the very end, Koala gets a call from Sabo. So next chapter, I'm assuming we're gonna hear from Sabo and see what exactly the hell happened, because quite a lot happened with Sabo, and we have no context to what actually happened at the reverie, and why everyone is we know that Cobra died, but we don't know who killed him. Even though Sabo was blamed, I highly doubt that it was Sabo that killed Cobra. Also, I think Sabo probably kidnapped Vivi to try to take her to safety, because I'm pretty sure that Emu probably is gonna start doing his own stuff. Don't know. Very mysterious character we know nothing of at the moment. Okay, so I'm trying to find shorten this to just barely anymore. So what it kind of can't speak. Final notes. Mihawk, I'm assuming, is very strong to get almost a 4 billion berry bounty, then or 4 billion berry bounty. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm going crazy. With 4 billion berry bounty without the crew. Also, Mihawk was a pirate in the past, so they know how strong he is, and that was probably before his prime. I'm going to assume at the moment he is in his prime. After this 2-year time skip, I'm going to assume this is his current prime. Shanks isn't. Speaking of that, film read, we know how strong Shanks is now, and we know a bit more about his past, but still not enough to really confirm his like what happened. We know with God Valley and all that with Roger, but I'm gonna try and end this video now because it's way too long. But this was a good chapter. I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It was very interesting. I want to see more of the Straw Hats, but I know we're not going to. Next chapter, real quick predictions. I'm guessing we're going to get to see Blackbeard again, because we see Blackbeard at the end of every act of Wano, or we did. So I'm guessing Blackbeard, we get to see the Straw Hats set off. And then I think we're going to get to see Sabo. I think this chapter's going to open with Sabo, and then also end with Sabo. I think we're going to open to kind of get cliffhanger to what's going to happen towards later in the chapter. It'll cut to maybe the Straw Hats, then maybe a little bit about Blackbeard, maybe like very vague, and then it's going to end with Sabo. That's my prediction. We'll see how it goes in 2 weeks because there's a break next week, but I'm excited. We're getting into that endgame. We're getting into the big plot. Also, every chapter since we've been revealed this is the end, or we're in the end of the story or heading towards it, has been just great. Nothing below like a 6. Actually, nothing below a 7 in my opinion. All of this has been very great. There hasn't even been much battles other than with Green Bull and stuff like that. But it's just been lots of story building, and it hasn't been like very overwhelming. Like there wasn't Wano with so much like text and stuff. It's just been very interesting and world building. Okay, sorry I rambled on for so long. This is the end of the video. I might upload again. I don't know. School's starting back up soon, so I'll try to upload something. I'm gonna attempt to try and start uploading every time we get a One Piece chapter, but I'm not gonna be able to stay on that. Let's just be honest here. So, yeah. But thank you for watching. I'm gonna get this to 12 minutes, so I'm gonna keep talking for like 5 more seconds. Please subscribe. Bye.